Hi guys, and welcome to another stream. Evening hippie. Welcome to round 2 of season 9 Gr4 season. We're at Blue Moon Bay, Infield B for round 2, Asian manufacturers. I'm just going to be changing over to stock check. Just bear me a second. So tonight's racing, Blue Moon Bay, Infield B, Asian manufacturers. We'll have our stock check race in about a minute's time, and then we'll have our Gr4 qualifying, which will be for 6 minutes tonight, because we're looking at about a 52-53 second lap for some people. Then we get into our Gr4 race, which was 20 laps. Tyres are racing soft and racing medium. Both tyre compounds have to be used. Tyre wear is ×7, fuel's ×5, and starting fuel is at 40%. Once the Gr4 race is finished, we'll have a 5-minute break, and then we'll jump straight back in with the Marmite race, which is in the N500 Camaro SS16. As always, 8 laps, tyre wear ×6, fuel ×5. And Wrighton's just made it in at the last minute. We've got GRT Emperor in tonight, covering for Foxy, who seems to have gone missing for the last week or so. And we get the stock check started in a minute's time. For anybody that didn't know, our race last week, our Gr4 winner was Mash, but he pitted but failed to change tyres, so he incurred a 2-second penalty, which is allowed table-wise Timmy to take the lead with a 2-point lead on 22 points. So it's all to play for. Our qualifying will be split into 2 groups, same as they were for last week. 6 in Group 1, 7 in Group 2. Group 6 will go out. Okie dokie, mate. Yes, Mew. Timmy is here. And he's at the top of the table. So now we just get the stock check out of the way. So there we go. Loves you too, Mew. So yeah. So Timmy is our Gr4 leader at the moment. And he managed to keep me on my toes because, as might not be known unless you was first in the lobby, I had the wrong track set up. And for this season I haven't bothered setting the grids. Too much faff. So here we go. And we're away. Seem to have a nice mixed grid here. Hyundais are being swamped by the Nissans. PB hold up, no. Oh, mass crash into the first corner there. PB has managed to take out the lead. Grizzle's there in second. B's in third. TNT in fourth. TNT looks like he's trying to line up, making sure Emperor can't get past him. But Emperor's just going to push TNT out of the way, and that's killed a few more cars off. So M3 guy coming around the last corner for the win. PB there in second, B in third, with Wrighton and his and Emperor all over the back of him. The M3 guy takes the win, PB in second, B Race in third, Wrighton 4, Emperor 5th, TNT 6th, Screechy in 7th, Gad in 8th, Timmy in 9th, Mash in 10th, Grizzle in 11th, and Hat in 12th. Hippie didn't join the race because he had a few things to do. So it was a cracking victory for the Nick there. So now I'll just change it over. So there's our fun part out the way. Let me just check that the settings are right. 740. Yep. How you doing, Mew? You well? I haven't seen you about much recently. No. Emperor only races when he feels like it. So once everyone gets up onto track, and somehow Mash has got a clean race. I hope you're better soon, mate. Not got the Corona Rona, that's the main thing. Oh, I'm alright, I'm just knackered. Looking forward to half term in 2 weeks. So there we go. As we did last season's qualifying, split into 2 groups. Group 1 out they go. So our Group 1, 6 races of PB, Wrighton, Timmy, TNT, Hippie and Mash. And our second group will be Hat, Fox, Emperor, bear me a second. So we've got PB coming to the line first. Sorry about that, so PB is going to come up to the line. So PB is there with the fast... No, Timmy! With a 52.205. PB is in second. Mash is in third. Oh, I'm really not with it at the moment. Hippie's just on his out lap. Good for you, Mew. For some reason, TNT and so we got Hippie here of our Group 2 racers. Oof. A little bit of contact going on there between B and Hippie with a 117. So have a watch of our Screechy with Emperor behind him. Last time he was at Blue Moon, these pair had an amazing battle, which Mr. C watched. So B racing with a 54, M3 guy with a 53, Grizzle with a 59. Screechy with a 53.4, Emperor with a 53.47, Gad with a 52.375, Hatmice with a 52.246. Shit, I thought he was over the line, Hippie. Go and do another lap, mate. There's time. I'm sorry, mate, I'm all over the shop tonight. For some reason, TNT went out in the first group, did his hot lap. Screechy's having a nice Greg sausage roll, probably, in the pits. B, he didn't seem to have much luck there either. Grizzle. Don't think we will. I think Mr. C's commentating days are gone now until maybe GT7, I'd say. He's enjoying it. He's back with us on the Sambabuses, but he's enjoying doing his farming bids more, I think. Evening, Budge. I'd say I'd try and get Budging on a Friday night, but that's his drinking night. And Timmy went for murder there. But Hat got out of the way. But you could never say never. Someone having a bit of loving against the wall on the... Oh, you're pacing yourself tonight, Budge. Timmy is doing an interesting... Trying to hit everybody going the wrong way. As the volume levels budge. No wine tonight. So we just wait for the timer to run down. So our grid. Timmy on pole. PB in second. Hat in third. Yeah. Hat, who's still getting used to a wheel, in third. Mash in fourth. Writing in fifth. TNT in sixth. So we're having to restart the race because Mash has lost all sound. Evening, G. Plenty of whining. I'll have you on Tuesday night in the Sambabus for that. Hold up, Mio, just gotta set the grid. PB. Hat. Mash. And we were going along so nicely tonight. PB, hat, mash. Right, and TNT. M3 guy. Emperor. No, I'll just keep forgetting to use it. God. Be racing. Glad to have you, G. Welcome back, mate. I better get on grid. And here we go. Timmy on pole. 20 laps, starting fuel of 40%. Tyres are racing softs and racing mediums for tonight's race. Have a good race, everybody. And we are away. And as we saw with the stop check, Skyline is killing the Hyundai. Timmy holding that line. PB in second. There we go. Missing the names. So Timmy there in second. PB in second. Mash in third. TNT up into 4. Hap Maris in 5th. Ryan in 6th. M3 going 7th. B Racing in already up to 8th. Emperor in 9th. Screechy in 10th. Grizzly in 11th. Gads dropped down to 12th. And Hippie, he's trying to make his way back up to 13th. So we can see our top form split by 1.5 seconds. But we're starting to see some sort of gaps. Their livery, because their team name is classified. So it's got a few pictures of Bond and some ladies in bikinis. B and Mash now making the move on PB. As you can see, in fact he's got Agent Archer on the side of his car. B, Mash there with the inside line as they come out to the second for last corner. So Mash is holding it. So now we have a drag race as we come onto the main straight. Timmy starting to pull away already. TNT in 4th. Watching PB and Mash having a battle. PB goes for the inside of Mash into T1. Mash has to take the wider line, which allows PB to take, but Mash makes a cut back on him. And then we have TNT in 4th, M3 guy in 5th, B Racing already up into 6th place, with Emperor right behind him in 7th. Screechy's up into 8th, Gad in 9th, Grizzle in 10th, Hippie in 11th, Wrighton in 12th. He's already changed, he's gone for his pit stop, I believe. Same for Hat, got those medium tyres out of the way. Now Mash and PB. Oof. Don't think Mash realised PB was on the inside of him there. Well, that was unfortunate for PB. He had to pull back out, otherwise he's going to hit the pit wall because Mash was trying to go in the pits. So we have Timmy leading us out. TNT up into 2nd. PB in 3rd. M3 guy in 4th. B in 5th. Emperor in 6th. Gad in 7th. Hippie in 8th. Grizzle in 9th. Wrighton in 10th. Mash in 11th. Hat Marish in 12th. And Screechy in 13th. So it looks like it's a bit of blanket of getting onto the softs as quickly as possible. With Timmy leading us out with the fastest lap already. TNT in 2nd, going for that wide line with PB having to go out really wide. Not sure whether there might have been a bit of contact between him and M3 guy. Everyone's jumped into the pits and got rid of the mediums straight away. Emperor going along nicely with 5th, with B right behind him. These two haven't pitted, so they've stayed out on the mediums. And we're already a quarter of the way through the race. So Emperor there in 5th. plus the fact that it was only a 40% starting fuel, you're not going to get very far. B in 6th, Gads into 7th, Hippie there in 8th, Wrighton in 9th, Mash in 10th, Hat in 11th, Screechy in 12th. He's filled his car to the brim, so Screechy's going to try and make those tyres last to the end, I imagine. And Grizzle in 13th. But Tebby! 5 seconds in the lead, with M3 guy now in 2nd place. Can we see what's happened? It looks like there's a bit of contact between PB and TNT. So Timmy onto his 7th lap. M3 guys staying out, PB staying out, and TNT. Emperor's also stayed out, and as Gad, a Hippie, one of our first pitties. Was he? No, Hippie hasn't pitted, he's up into 7th. B's now gone in, got to get rid of those mediums, and he's dropping back down. So we have Timmy leading the field by 5 seconds. M3 guy in 2nd, with a 2nd lead over TNT in 3rd, who's got PB all over the back of him. PB looking to try and get that wide line cut back on TNT, and he seems to have done, because TNT made a little bit of contact with the wall. So PB is up into 3rd place, and Timmy is into the pits, and PB is going for another lap. M3 Nick's into the pits, TNT's into the pits, Emperor's into the pits, and Gad and Hippie showing his fuel saving skills again. Timmy and the Lords of the Underworld. So we have PB in the lead, Hippie in 2nd, Timmy has come out in 3rd, Wrighton's there in 4th, Mash is in 5th, Hat's into 6th, Nick's in 7th, TNT in 8th, B in 9th, Gad in 10th, Emperor in 11th, with Screechy right behind him in 12th, and Grizzle in back in 13th. Screechy seems to have the drive on Emperor there. Let's go through that little section there, up into that tight left-hander. Screechy has the inside line, but Emperor seems to be just powering around him on the outside, and has done. Screechy's dropped back in behind him. Screechy going to try and line him up for T1. Using that slipstream to get the speed build up. Yeah, Timmy he's just an amazing driver. I imagine he's quite gutted that Vit's decided to have a break. So PB's finally into the pits. Will Hippie get another lap in? No, Hippie's into the pits. So that will put Timmy back in the lead as we start the 10th lap of 20. Mash and Wrighton side by side. It's a battle of the Geordies for 2nd place. I think Wiz's days in GT Sport are done now. Now he's got his PC up and running. Wrighton very wide, which is allowing Mash to make the full cut back. And just said PB has come out the pits in front of Mash, but Mash has got the run on him. As we go through these little bridge, well, by the water section. PB took the wise choice and let Mash go through. So Mash in 2nd, PB in 3rd, Wrighton up in 4th, Hat in 5th, Nick in 6th, B in 7th, TNT in 8th, Hippie in 9th, Gad in 10th. Screech managed to get past Emperor, can we see it? And it looks like it's the last second, that tight left-hander. I think Emperor had a little touch with the wall. Just coming straight back at him as they go through T1. Side by side through T1. Emperor tucks in behind Screech through T3. Oh, a little bit of contact between them. Don't think Screechy realised he was there, but nothing intentional, I don't think. Hat there in 12th. Just dropped back in the pits again for some more fresh rubber. Grizzle 14 seconds later. And Timmy, our race leader on lap 12, 6 seconds in front of Mash. He's got PB alongside him, right and right behind him. He does. PB's made his move back on Mash. Mash is looking straight to come back up on the inside of him. Well, I'd love to watch the Screech and Emperor battle, but this is like a 5-way battle we've got going on here between Mash, PB, Righton, Nick, B, and Hippie closing in 7th place. Like a swarm of animals, but unfortunately PB's picked up a penalty. Righton's back into the pits. PB had a penalty, so he's dropped back down into 5th place. So it's Mash in for 2nd, Nick in 3rd, B in 4th, and PB and Hippie now up into 5th, with PB right behind him, with TNT and Gad not far behind those. But with all this fighting, it's allowing Timmy to build up a 9-second lead. Now Mash has got his teammate B in his slipstream. Nick not sure where he can go. He's got Doritos to the front of him, Doritos to the side of him. But Nick's managed to hold on and take 2nd place there. With B now up in 3rd, Mash in 4th, Hippie in 5th, PB in 6th, Gad in 7th, T into the pits again. Emperor there in 8th, Hat in 9th, TNT in 10th, Righton in 11th, alongside side by side with Screechy. Grizzle still in 13th. Screechy holds that inside line, but Righton does the cut back on him. But then Screechy comes straight back on him. So Nick still holding on to that lead. Mash has got back in front of his teammate B. And obviously Nick has managed a little contact with the wall, which is allowing the Dorito boys to come up on the inside of him. So Mash now back up into 2nd. Nick is trying to hold on to 3rd. Drag race round that long straight at the start, lap 15. So 5 laps to go. 3 wide they're going to try and go into T1. It's not going to work, so Nick's dropped back down into 4th place from 2nd. So we're Mash in 2nd, B in 3rd, Hippie in 5th, PB in 6th, Gad in 7th, Emperor in 8th, Hat in 9th. Righton in 11th, still fighting side by side with Screechy, who's now back up into 11th. TNT's in 10th. Forgot to mention Grizzle's in 13th. B's man, it's that last corner, that Hyundai just seems to be able to get round quicker than that Skyline does. But Nick's holding, keeping pace with him. He had misfortune on his qualifying lap from what I can see. Got caught up with Grizzle. Grizzle didn't realise he was there. Mash ended up going wide, so it's allowed B to go into 2nd. But Nick's holding on to them. We've got PB in 5th now, Hippie in 6th, Gad in 7th, Emperor in 8th. Nick's really fighting to try and get back that third place. He wants that podium, and he seems to have got it back, because Mash is back into second, B's into the fourth now. So have a look at our race leader, Timmy! 12 seconds in the clear. Mash is in second, but for how long we don't know. Nick goes for the inside to go up to T1. Nick manages to hold on. It's Nick's back into second, but he's ended up going wide. Mash and B go for the inside and take him back. And all this fighting's allowing Hippie to get closer and closer to them. PB now back in 6th place, Gad in 7th, Hat in 8th with Emperor right behind him. TNT in 10th in the middle on his own. And we have Ryton and Screechy still neck and neck. And Grizzle there in 13th. So Timmy with the fastest lap of 52. No, B's just put in the fastest lap of all, a 52.248, and he's in second place with a whole gaggle of cars behind him. 3 guys managed to hold on to third place at the moment, but Mash is now coming back under pressure from PB and Hippie. Mash will be out. Oh, a lot of wall contact there, which now is allowing Gad to close right up on these. And Nick's managed to get back in front of B. But B's got the inside line as they go through the cambered corner. And Hippie managed to make his way up into 4th now. Mash dropped down into 5th. With PB in 6th and Gad in 7th, looking to get the inside with PB as they come up to T1 on our penultimate lap. Gaggle of 6 races. Thankfully it's a nice wide corner, and Mash has now dropped down into 7th. Nick's still holding on to second place, but B's right behind him. 3rd, Timmy! 15 seconds, just coming up to lap Grizzle on his final lap. Nick into that corner where he always seems to get stuck in. I don't think there was time, because that's shorter lap. So B firmly in that slipstream, but Nick, as he comes up to the line to start his final lap, B makes the push on the inside. Can't do it. But he does have a look now into the corner. Slingshots past M3 guy there. Mash managed to get himself back into 4th place with Gad, PB and Hippie right with him. PB hasn't had much luck this race, but Gad's looking to go on the inside of Mash. And Hippie there back in 7th. So Timmy up to the line for a resounding victory. B, oh, can we see what happened to another race finished, but because B seemed to get miles in front of. Looks like M3 guy caught the wall. So our race, Timmy is our winner. B in 2nd, M3 guy in 3rd. Well done, Nick. PB in 4th, Mash in 5th, Gad in 6th, Hippie in 7th. Only looking like we're getting an early finish tonight, boys. So we'll just save the replay. Quick look at the results. Timmy with our win. B in 2nd, M3 guy in 3rd, PB in 4th, Mash in 5th, Gad in 6th, Hippie in 7th, Hat in 8th, Emperor in 9th, TNT in 10th. Wrighton in 11th, Screech in 12th, and Grizzle in 13th. So now we just change the settings over for our final race of the evening. In the Camaro SS16. Cheers, Mew. Let's get that so I have to set the grid. Hey? Oh. Alright, Mew. Yo, look after yourself, mate. Have a good weekend. So it looks like Gad's sponsored by TikTok tonight. Fair play to Grizzle. As I say, livery's not essential for the Marmite car anymore, just to reduce the amount of liveries people have to do. see if everybody's there. If they are. TNT. Let them get a couple more minutes of practicing. Timmy! Already knocking out the fastest laps. Mash, second place. Being third. M3 guy. Screechy, fourth fastest at the moment. PB in fifth. Hat Maris in sixth. Gad in seventh. Right. Sorry, Gad's dropped back down into eighth. Emperor's making this more difficult for me because everyone's dropping in the pits. Timmy there, good old Timmy. I'll get this show on the road in about a minute's time. Lovely drifting there by Screechy. Timmy is asking why he's got a punt. Hashtag punt on his rear bumper. Right turn, go slow. And here we go, guys. Marmite race, 8 laps. Tyre wear times 6, fuel times 5. Tyres, anything goes. From racing super soft to racing hards. The choice, rolling start, reverse grid. Grizzle on pole, Screechy in second, Wrighton in third. So as we go, rolling starts, and it's looking like everyone's going to be on the grid to start the race, and we are go. So everyone's dropping into the slipstream in procession formation as we go down to T1. Screechy going for that wide line, little touch of brakes. It's looking like everyone's around there safely. A little bit of contact, so Grizzle holding on to first place, the T1 and T2, but with Screechy going for that inside line as they come to that tight left-hander. Side by side with Grizzle. But Grizzle's managed to hold on to it. TNT's made his way up into third. Wrighton's dropped down into fourth. Emperor there in fifth. Mash in sixth. Gad in seventh. Hippie in eighth. B in ninth. Temme is already up into 10th place. As he goes round Hat. M3 guy in 12th. PB in 13th. Screechy's had a look at that wall to get drinking budge. Grizzle holding on to first, but now it's TNT. So our two American racers, Wrighton having a good look at that barrier and tested its strength, which has allowed Emperor now up into third place. We come into that last corner with Mash closing in exceedingly quickly. TNT's made his move on Grizzle. As they come onto the straight, TNT's into the lead, Grizzle's in second, Emperor in third, but with Mash pushing him for fourth place. Mash takes third. Will he hold on to it? He will. Gad there in fifth place, Wrighton dropping down to sixth, Temme already up into seventh place. M3 guys making a push up, he's also in. Oh, Timmy's not had a mare of a corner. Hippie there in 8th place. Okay. Temme in 8th. M3 guy in 9th. Okay. Good for her. Enjoy it. B's in 11th. Hat in 12th. Screechy in 13th. TNT now coming under pressure from Mash. And start from Mash, set the fastest lap of 151.86. Mash takes the lead. Can he hold it? TNT's having to take that wider line. Bit of drifting by both of them. Oh, Mr. C would have loved this race. Side by side they go. To the sweeping left and then sweeping right and then the tight left-hander, which Mash will have the inside line for. And Mash there takes the lead, but can TNT make the push back on him? TNT looking to go on the outside. Mash is holding him firm. Emperor in third place, who's coming under increasing pressure from Gad, and Wright is starting to make his comeback. Gad seems to have the line on Emperor as they come to T1, and we're on to lap 5 of 8. Can Gad get their car stopped and drift it round the corner? Yes, but Emperor's managed to get the tighter line in, but Gad's coming straight back. Side by side to this left-hander there. Emperor's car getting squirrely. Sweeping right. Gad's there into third. Emperor in fifth. Grizzle having an amazing race, holding on to sixth. Temme in seventh place. B in eighth. M3 guy in ninth, having a fight of his life with Hippie. Screechy in 11th, with PB in 12th, and Hat in 13th. But Mash is starting to put a bit of a gap between him and TNT. Tyres still looking okay. Two and a half laps to go. TNT in second, Gad in third, Emperor in fourth, Wrighton in fifth, Tebbe in sixth, Grizzle in seventh, B in eighth, just getting rid of a penalty, which has dropped him back down to 10th, so Hippies have put away them three guys into 9th, Screechy there in 11th. See if Screechy's going to make Budge drink again. Yes, he definitely is. Trying to drift that corner. Get drinking, Budge. And Mash flying away with it now. Putting a 151.757 in now. TNT in second. Not allowing Mash to get away. Mash obviously going too quick into T1. TNT's got a nice gap over Gad in third place on the penultimate lap. Wrighton's got past Emperor and up to fourth. Emperor there fifth. Now coming under increasing pressure from Timmy. But Emperor's got that inside line. Can he get it stopped? Timmy comes flying past Timmy up into fourth. Wrighton's had a man's dropped down into sixth. M3 guys in seventh. Hippie's there in eighth. Grizzle now dropping back into 10th with Beak overtaking him for 8th. Hippie there in 10th. Screechy in 11th. As we come up to our final lap. PB in 12th. Hat Maris in 13th. So Mash 2-second lead now over TNT on our last lap. And these pair have romped away with it. Gad's in third. Who's now going to be starting to come under. Can Timmy catch him with the last corner, and he certainly seems to be on flying for it. Through the last corner, Gad's got a bit of contact with the wall, I think. But is he close enough for Timmy to get him on the line? Gad's holding on to it. Timmy's looking for it. Mash is our winner. TNT in second. And up to the line, Gad in third, Timmy in third, in fourth, Wrighton in fifth, Emperor in sixth, M3 guy in seventh, B in eighth, Screechy got up to 9th, Hippie in 10th, Grizzle in 11th, PB in 12th, and Overline in 13th. So there's our result. And only 3 racers got experience points there. So there we go, Mash is our winner. Clean race bonus as well. And you can tell there's paint still on the front of his car. If I just save the replay. Quick look at the result. There's a bit too much contact, was there, Hippie? If there was any, put him in, mate, and we'll sort it. So Mash was our winner. TNT in second, Gad in third, Timmy in fourth, Wrighton in fifth, Emperor in sixth, M3 guy in seventh, B in eighth, Screech in 9th, Hippie in 10th, Grizzle in 11th, PB in 12th, Hat Maris in 13th. So I think I might be quite busy this week with incidents. Like I say, hippie, put it in another. And I'll get them all properly sorted out. Right guys, thanks for watching. If you like it, give it a like. Any comments are always welcome. And most importantly, look after yourselves and have a great evening. Bye bye.